Problem. Honorable Biti, thank you so much for according us this time. Your quick reaction on what is currently happening, specifically in relation with the CAB3. We also had a recent announcement whereby Jesima Jome, Commissioner of the Zimbabwe Law for Human Rights, was also relieved of the position. What is your quick reaction to that?
Well, we are confounded by Mnangagwa's brazenness, by his arrogance. The charges we are facing are clearly frivolous and vexatious. They have no basis at all. We were having a private meeting in a private home, of course, to discuss the constitution. And yet we are on remand and we are forced to come here to Mtare. Morgan Nuve stays in Beitbridge. I stay in Harare. We spent the whole day here waiting for nothing. I think the state should do the right thing and just let us go. But we're not the only ones who are victims to this process. Love Momaduke has been assaulted. Various of our members have been beaten up. And a few are actually in jail. Many have been convicted. You saw the facade and charade surrounding Parliament's so-called public process of consultation that took place on the 30th and 31st of March. Here in Sakuva, they didn't allow a single person to speak. At Manika Bridge, Superman Nduanzira personally stood on the gate to prevent people from getting inside to speak. Only a CDF member, Honorable Trevor Saruaka, managed to sneak in, but even then they didn't allow him to finish. The same happened in Nyanga. People were not allowed to speak. The same happened countrywide. We saw a total clampdown, total closure of political space. So it is clear that Mr. Mnangagwa and ZANU-PF want to establish a one-party state in Zimbabwe. The CAB3 is nothing to do with the basic constitutional amendments. It is about a coup against the people of Zimbabwe to establish a one-party state, to establish a dynasty. And in a dynasty, the king is not elected, which is why they've started by abolishing open elections for the president. That is the execution of a clear roadmap towards autocracy, towards a monarchy, towards a kingdom. Hence their continuous reference, ill-placed reference to the Munumtapa kingdom, because the Munumtapas were not elected. So after 2030, they want to see an unelectable individual, like Udakwashi CAB3 becoming the president of this country. We say no as CDF, and we will die for that. We will defend this constitution. So we ask Mr. Mnangagwa and his people to quietly withdraw this bill. We ask that Jesima Jome be reinstated as Zimbabwe Human Rights Commissioner. She can be fired, and the law is very clear that she can only be removed like a judge following a public tribunal done openly and transparently, and following properly laid out charges of misconduct, of which none existed. All that the Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission did was to state what everyone knows, that the parliamentary process is a facade, that CAB3 is illegitimate, that the processes around CAB3 are illegitimate. So we in the CDF will be having public rallies, town hall meetings in the next few weeks. We have given them notification of a public meeting at Sakuva, and we want to see how they are going to respond. But they are pushing us to a situation where we have to exercise our right in terms of Section 59 of the Constitution of Zimbabwe. They are pushing Zimbabweans, including people inside the state, to take the law into their own hands. And no one wants that. No one wants to see an implosion in this country. But regrettably, ZANU-PF is pushing Zimbabwe to a precipice, a knife edge, a point of no return. And we say no to that. We want peace, but we want constitutionalism. And we'll put the constitution in front of everything we are going to be doing. And as I keep on saying, we are prepared to die, and we will die for this constitution.
Just a quick reaction. You said you have already booked something for Sakuva. Are you also going to be speaking? And if you do, does this not contravene your bail conditions?
Well, the Constitution of Zimbabwe allows me to, it gives me freedom of speech. It gives me the right to freedom of expression. That is protected in Section 60 and 61 of the Constitution. MOPO itself, the Maintenance of Peace and Order Act, gives me the right to speak, provided that the police have been notified. So once we notify the police, we have complied with the law. And so we will do everything in compliance with the law, not with a court order that seeks to subtract rights that I already have in terms of the Constitution and in terms of MOPO itself. This arrest was meant to cripple us. The arrest of Mogenube, our organizer, was meant to cripple us, but we can't feel pity for ourselves, and we'll continue with our activities. And the colleagues and comrades here, the defenders in Mutare, will continue with their activities. You will see when we have the public meeting, the town hall meeting at Sakuva, hall in a few days' time.
They're about to conclude the official process, sending it to Parliament. It looks like they're not stopping. What do you do if it goes all the way to Parliament and they make this?
They can't send to Parliament a farce. 3031 was a farce. People were not allowed to speak. So they can't send a farce, because a farce simply reproduces a farce. 0 times 0 is 0. 100 times 0 is 0. 1,000,000 times 0 is 0. So Jacob Mundenda and Mr. Mnangagwa can't send 0 to Parliament. So we reject that, and we ask them politely and kindly to simply withdraw a CAB3. It's illegitimate, it's a bastard, it must be withdrawn.
This is the current situation we are having in our country, mhuri Zimbabwe. Munyika medu hamuna kugadzikana. Isusu seburuka Jones Media tiri kupa kutsvagira inyaya, tinouya nenyaya semawanira tinenge tadziita, atiwedzere kana kutapudza. Thank you so much for watching our videos. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like, comment and share. I am signing out.